Here's what I have to say to the people that are stealing my content and regurgitating what you learn here to your millions or hundreds of thousands of followers for money. Now, I was not going to address this, but I felt compelled to say something because there is also another content creator that is experiencing the same thing. Now, I rarely listen to other people because it's natural for your subconscious to pick something up and then, you may say it, or, I want the content on my page to remain fresh, to remain things that you don't really hear. It just so happened that this young man, he also talks about narcissism, but not from a biblical perspective. And I feel like you can learn from anyone. So of course, I don't rule anyone out. When his page, when his video popped up, I'm like, okay, let me take a listen. And that day, that was the topic. It was about other people stealing. And I'm like, wow, I've experienced the exact same thing to a T. It has gotten so bad that the algorithm on TikTok as well as YouTube is pushing it out to my page. So when things pop up and I'm hearing myself talk, but in a different body, it is really disheartening. And I definitely was not going to say anything because I just want the content to get out. But at the same time, these people are making money off of what I'm talking about. None of my pages are monetized. YouTube is not monetized. TikTok is not monetized. Any of that. Now, another reason why I decided to not say anything before was because we all have a different audience. Some people have more of a secular audience. Some people have more of a church-based audience. Everyone has a different audience. So, there's room for all of us to grow. I'm in no competition with anyone. So I decided, whatever, it's not that big of a deal until recently. Now, with that being said, many of the people that are stealing my content are coming from a church, a religion background. Can you believe that? Now, as much as if you've been, with me for, from the beginning, I told you how familiar spirits are setting up relationships. You probably have my book, Messiah Place Matchmaker, exploring the spiritual side of narcissism. I also tell my audience to be careful with the so-called church. Be careful with that because just in my experience, the church or so-called church, which is actually an assembly, they are what we have today. This is high occult activity in churches, modern day churches. So for these people to take my content and put a churchy or churchified, for lack of better words, with just putting that on there is interesting. It's interesting. And it coincides with my findings, how the church is intoxicated with jealousy, with covetousness, with a lot of things that they say that they aren't for, they are. And just for the record, I do feel qualified to speak on this from a professional level because my doctorate is in theology. The first one. The second one is in special education. My second doctorate, my law degree is in education law. So that's how you know me from before with making the education videos. And it's just it's hurtful to see people that come from the church going and taking content, churchifying it with all the screaming and the attitudes and, the church attitudes, and pushing that on monetized channels when all of what I do is run on myself, my pockets, and, if people leave donations. But other than that, it's just really disheartening, and shame on you for calling yourselves men of God and women of God and prophets and all of this grand titles. No, just call me by my name or just call me by my, my academic title. Just call me by that. I don't have to be addressed by those things, okay? And just stop it. Just stop it. Shame on you. I would also like to say that I was hesitant to make this channel. One reason is because when you're doing and saying the things that I'm saying to you, to the audience, it holds a lot of weight. This information can change your life. It could save your life. It could keep you out of harm's way. It may open your eyes. And it also comes with backlash. It also comes with me being called crazy. It comes with me being called, the actual narcissist. It comes with, with me putting myself out there. And there were tons of ideas that I had when I said, okay, you know what? I want to reach the people. So I started out with the educational videos, for children. That's my background is children. And, then it was the lifestyle mom content. And shout out to you if you follow that page with the travel and lifestyle mom content. So, but when the Most High God, when he showed me this vision of me talking to people about how I went through, and now I know what to do when you encounter narcissists, I'm like, whoa, okay. Make me brave. Make me brave. And it took all of me to make my first videos, to write this book that has changed lives internationally. And I am not just saying that. I knew, just writing, if you ever read the book, you know what I'm talking about. It just took a lot, because I'm putting myself out there publicly. And this time I'm not a teacher. This time I'm not, if you go way back in my past, this time I'm not the video girl. People even on my Instagram know me from that. So imagine me posting, this type of content from whence I came. And it's something that I take very personal. So before I was just, okay, people are stealing, okay. But now it's like, whoa, okay, this is getting even worse. And the fact that they're monetized, and everything that I do is not monetized. Everything I do, I am not making a dime from it. They take it and they go back to their millions of followers or their hundreds of millions, whatever followers, and they regurgitate it in a package that they know will sell. And it's not right, and it's not fair. And that's all.